Hey, gang. Welcome back to another episode of the Single Chronicles. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm your girl, R.S. Lewis, a.k.a. The Insomniac Writer, and today I am talking about red flags that aren't red flags, but they are problematic things to nitpicks. And I have one. It was so funny. It's I guess it's me nitpicking. Cause you know when you single and you found peace and you're like, I'm happy I'm not happy, I'm just at peace. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to bother that. So you just find the littlest thing because you just waiting for shit to fuck up. You waiting for things and just not be good. So yeah, that being said, I want to talk about the red flags. And like, again, it's not the actual, like, it's not that serious, not that deep, but it's just something that just kind of rubs you the wrong way, or just you're like, nah, I think I'm good. So yeah, that's what I'm here to talk about today. So if you are new here, that was a long intro. That was the longest intro I've ever had. If you're new here, make sure you like, you favorite, save, heart this podcast so that you can be reminded of other episodes. If you are on YouTube by any chance, watching a video, not just listening to the podcast, because it does do an RS stream there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. You already know the spiel. I'll be telling you when I do my trailer reactions. So I'm gonna keep today's episode brief, only because I had to do a couple of trailer reactions and a lot of editing today. So I honestly am just not trying to be here all day, but I did want to get something because I promised y'all an episode for Monday, and it is, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do my Monday episodes and not have my shit together. So sorry, that was my keys. I was trying to multitask. But yeah, anyway, back to that minor red flag. I'm going to call it yellow flags. That's what we're going to call it. Yellow flags. And my yellow flags are people that don't like horror movies. Now, I'm not saying that you got to just be obsessed with horror movies. But if you just don't like a whole genre of stuff for whatever, I don't like it. Like, every person that I met, girl, guy, whatever, that just didn't like that whole entire genre. Not even the subgenres, the stuff that kind of borders on action, like Aliens, second Aliens, obviously. I had S at the end, or anything like that. Like, you don't like anything. Like, that's what we doing. So, that being said, I just can't. And it always bothered me when people just say, I don't like this whole thing. Like, you just generalize the whole thing. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like this group of things or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, got somebody in the chat there, I think. I'm trying to figure out how to do this on this damn Riverside app. So, bear with me, because I think I am live, obviously. But, yeah. Who's that in the chat? Hey, Laquan. Hello. Yeah, there we go. Found the chat. But yeah, that's it's just weird to me. So anyway, let's move it along. The whole not liking horror things, the horror things, and this happened on 3 different occasions. And like y'all already know, I have no gender bias. The first time was a lady friend of mine didn't like the horror movies, and I was just like, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, all right, fine. I'm not going to force it. But if you at least try it and you don't really like it, then all right, bet. It's cool. I ain't going to worry about it. But if you genuinely, just have a disdain, like, why? What'd they do to you? And again, like, you ain't got to be obsessed. So anyway, turned out baby girl was kind of crazy. You don't like horror movies because you trying to have me star in one with you as the villain. Like, no, that's not what we doing. See, sometimes ignoring the yellow flags can save your life. Second time around, person didn't like them because they stupid and they corny and this. But they would watch it, but they always had something to say. So I can't really say they hated horror movies, but they would say, oh, I didn't really like it because it's fake and this and that. That person was the most hoish person that I ever met. Like, just out here just whipping it around on everybody. Again, don't ignore yellow flags. And last but not least, the worst of them all was like, oh, I don't like them at all. I hate them. Oh my God, they bother me. And da 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 da. Had all types of fucking issues. Like, bro, you got all kinds of issues. First and foremost, and I'm not trying to sound mean, this goes for guys and girls, but you can't be broke. And like I said, we all got money problems right now. So this is why this is first but not top. You know, you can't be poor performance, you know, down there. Again, that's something you can work on with practice. Size is not always the most important factor, but you can work on technique or whatever, or different things and help you out. And then there's other things, like you got to have your credit together. And I'm not saying that you got to have a lot of money, but you got to care about the money that you have, and you got to be careful on how you spend it. So there's that. And we all have pitfalls. Like, I had a moment where I lost my job and everything fell behind. I had, like, the credit was just bad. I had to build it up. And so it happens, but it shows that you give a shit. Then, you know, you got other issues down there, like, oh, wait a minute, we got to take a test before we do that. And then next thing you know, you got problems that, no, buddy. You can't. I'm not quoting. I want to quote somebody. Please, YouTube, please don't, because I know I'm live on here. Don't come at me. Don't ban me again, or don't give me another warning. Yeah, and if I upload a clip, because I know TikTok been on my heels. Like, yo, I've been pissing off all my social media platforms, and I don't even be doing nothing. But clearly I am, because yeah. But anyway, you can't have broken pockets, broken up here, broken down there. No, you need to work on some things, buddy. Sorry. And like I said, I had the most. Like, I ended up having to cut this person completely off. And eventually they found a way to reach out to me. It was like, well, why'd you block me? And I'm like, because you are problematic. And I knew that I should have listened to the fact that you didn't like horror movies. If I would have listened, then I would have known better. But because I didn't listen to that little yellow flag, I ended up with problems. It never fails. This is my, like, it's my thing. You can't not like them. I'm sorry. And again, you ain't gotta like all of them, but you gotta be okay and open to watching something scary. It ain't got to be Art the Clown. It ain't got to be Terrifier, but you got to be, yeah, you got to be open to watching them, because you can't be talking about, oh, they scare me. I can see if they bother you after the fact, because you know you might be home by yourself and you be like, what was that? You know. It's been times when my daughter was little. She was a kid. When she was a child, she would go to my mom's house for the weekend, and I done watch some scary shit or some crazy shit. I think one night it was Midnight Meat Train, and it didn't scare me. It wasn't a scary movie. It had what's his name from The Hangover, and the big dude from Snatch. It was that played a Juggernaut in the really shitty X-Men movie, the third one. But anyway, it was the Midnight Meat Train, and it just bothered me because I thought about those nights where I would catch the train and I'm on the train by myself, especially, like, I don't know if the folks that's from Philly, when it's coming from, like, Fern Rock, or it's going there and it's nighttime, it's like everybody gets off the stop before Fern Rock, and it was like, yo, this really is scary as shit, because you could see that it's just nothingness, and it's already underground before it goes outside to the end, you know, to the bay to pick the people up or whatever, platform. But it used to terrify me. And then one day I just thought about it, and I said, oh my God. Then, like, it just bothered me, and I had me up all night. And like I said, there's very seldom that horror movies bother me, but that did for some weird reason. And I had to think about it. It was because I had an incident on the train where this fucking weirdo exposed himself to me. Stop doing weird shit, dudes, on the fucking train, by the way. What's wrong with y'all? Like, every time I turn around, man does X, Y, and Z on train. Why can't y'all just get on the fucking train and ride it like everybody else? Why y'all got to do weird shit? I'm sorry, this is not me generalizing. I'm not trying to do that. But every time some shit on the train, it's dude doing some weird shit. Like, just get on the fucking train, ride to where you got to go get off. Why you got to do weird shit? Why you got to pull things out that should not be pulled out and do, like, You can't wait. Like, take a picture on the low and then take, no, don't do that. But stop being weird. Anyway, the point is that Midnight Meat Train reminded me of that. And I had to address that trauma and why it bothered me. It ain't had shit to do with the movie, but the movie just was a trigger. So anyway, again, if you have problems, like, I'm not saying you got to be obsessed with them and watch them. Like, you ain't got to be like me. Maybe I'm the yellow flag. I'm the problem. And I know that I am. I'm never denying that. But you can't just be like, no. Like me, I don't like chick flicks and rom-coms. But I'll watch them sometimes. Even if it's to make fun. Even if it's just for entertainment value. Because you can't tell me that Drew Barrymore isn't the greatest rom-com actress of all time. But I've seen too many things with her. My daughter said I'm a fan, and I never really thought about it until, like, recently. But, yeah. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, my yellow flag, my pet peeve is... you gotta like horror movies. Like, and that's just the thing. It's not really like the whole, it's not just that. It's just having things in common. And I know I've mentioned this in prior season. So, like, if you are not into the fitness thing, why would you date somebody that's your trainer? Like, don't get me wrong. Y'all might have other stuff in common. But if it's something that's really, 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 really big, and I kind of like grazed over this topic last week, but if the opposites may attract, yes. But if they're too fucking far opposite, y'all just gonna have problems. You're just gonna run into, well, why you don't want to do this? Why you don't never do this? And da-da-da. Like, I think that a healthy couple has things that they like to do together and a lot of things in common that, make the relationship flourish, grow, and yada, yada, yada. But then there are those things that you like to do by yourself that you guys do independent of one another. I think that's what actually helps. Like, me personally, I don't think a person should not be, I don't think a person in a relationship should be like all up on. And that was another thing. The third one wanted like all the time, like, not the third one, the first one wanted all the time access. Like, let me breathe. Like, I don't like clingy people. How you clingy and no. So, again, that is my yellow. That's not even a yellow flag. That's an orange flag. Because more and more, man. And I don't have a lot of different things. Like, I let a lot of shit slide. I let a lot of shit kind of, you know what I mean? But honestly, I think that that's one of the things I just can't. Like, that's one of my first questions. Like, so how do you feel about horror movies? And if they don't like them, yeah, and there are people that will lie because they know, excuse me, my stomach's growling, it's time for dinner. They know that that's what I'm into, so they'll be like, oh yeah, I like it. Oh, I'm gonna grill you. Don't lie, because that's another thing I don't like, a liar. So if you don't like them, that's fine, that's understandable. But if you open and watching a few things with me, then that's cool, because that's what the majority of shit that I'm gonna watch. People already, my friends and family already know. Don't let Rose pick the movie. Holiday time. What? Don't let me pick the movie. My friends and family will tell you, don't let Rose pick the movie because she's going to pick some crazy shit. There's going to be some shit that's not appropriate. But it got some elements of what, like, if I got to pick a Christmas movie, it's always been Die Hard, which is not a horror movie, by the way, but it is a Christmas movie. Now it's Terrifier 3. It used to be Scrooged because it's funny, but now it's going to be Terrifier 3 because it is a Christmas movie. I got some other holiday movies that I like. Black Christmas is obviously one of my favorite Christmas movies. Better Watch Out is another one. It's not even Christmas time and we talking about Christmas stuff. What's coming up next? St. Patty's Day. So you got Leprechaun. There's that. I hope that didn't come off racist, but I'm sorry if it did. I'm just thinking, like, there's other movies that are like tied to the holidays. We just had Black History Month. So Lanier Lake, if you have not seen it, please watch that movie. Find it, stream it, rent it. I know it's not free to stream, but just pay for it. They were going to put it on Tubi, but I forget what happened with that. Tubi, get on it. Lanier Lake, the folks was in there, like, this has nothing to do with the Secret Chronicles, but they was messing around in that water. They wasn't respecting it. And if you know your history, you know about Lanier Lake and Lake Lanier. And, yeah, don't go. That lake is haunted by the ghosts of them black folks that just, the whole town they just put underwater. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, like I said, the whole point of this is making sure you have chemistry. and compatibility. Both, not just one or the other, not just, oh, I like them, oh, she got a fat ass, oh, he's cute, oh, he got a six-pack, oh, he's 6 feet. Like, you got to get past that that little bit of tangible stuff. You got to get down to the nitty-gritty. Like, yo, like, what are you really into? What is stuff that moves you, motivates you, and all that other good stuff? People get so caught up on stupid shit that is not important. Yeah, looks are important, but they're not that important. Like, yeah, that kind of like breaks the ice and starts the conversation going. But that's just one of the flags for me. Now, another orange flag is constantly and consistently making the conversation sexual. Like, after, it's like, maybe because, and a friend of mine told me, he was like, you're at a bias because you're a girl. Guys are always going to be throwing it at you. Even that's not what I'm looking for. The point is that even some females too, but it gets to the point that people are lead with those hormones. It doesn't matter if they've been single for a long time or not. They just lead with those hormones, and they're like, you know, hey, like it's just, it's weird to me. So they will show some kind of attraction, some type of, I'm into some of the things you're into, but it's like constantly and consistently sexual. That's a turn off to me. It is a big turn off, because sex is something that, if we really feeling each other, it's inevitably going to happen. You don't have to constantly leave that. When you going to come over? When you going to do this? Sending the dick pics, sending this. And it's always, the conversation is always sexual. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a sexual person. I love sex. But after a while, it's like, what else do you have to offer on the table? Like, we're talking about anything. It somehow gets to sex. Like, I remember one year in Purim just passed as a Jewish holiday that, you know, we partake on. Like, we didn't do the well, I did. I ain't gonna tell my daughter I had the little pastries, but when they offered at work. But anyway, I had the little mask on. I posted something. I was like, oh yeah, you know, constantly da 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 da. And somebody was like, oh, the mask is sexy. And the conversation got inappropriately sexual. And all I could do was just, like, you know how you hear, like, in certain videos, you hear the DJ scratch. I was just like, seriously, bro, that's what we doing? So, like, it can't be overly sexual, and, like, it's enough with the sex. Like, come on, calm down. And if anybody that is interested, I'll be laying down all the game, and motherfuckers will still, they will bypass everything and be like wondering, well, why it ain't working out? Why you ain't hitting me up? Da, 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 da. And this is that and the third. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all about going out, having a good time, sex and all that good stuff. But if we can't have a conversation that motivates me, makes me think, or whatever, I'm going to get bored. And I'm a sapiosexual before I'm anything else sexual. So if we can't talk about it, or I can't get moved about it, then you might as well just try somewhere else, buddy. Or girlfriend, whatever. I don't even give a shit no more. At this point, I'm like, I'm just done. I just want to go home to my cats. I might give me another dog because we miss Hazel, and just be at peace because I'm just done. But yo, those are my orange flags. I mean, if you have orange flags, leave them down in the comment section. This video is going to be uploaded to Spotify. I believe it might be on YouTube too. Not sure how that works. I'm still trying to learn this Riverside app. I'm on the free version. And before I pay for it, I need to know how this shit works, because I don't like messing around with stuff, because I didn't even know I went live. I was supposed to just record the video and then upload the video like I did last week. But apparently I went live and it was already too late. So I said, fuck it. Train's already left the station. So anyway, guys, I am your girl, R.S. Lewis, a.k.a. the Insomniac Writer. This has been another episode of the Single Chronicles. I hope you enjoyed it. There's no writer's reflections this week. That was the reflection. That was the accountability corner. I know, I told y'all was going to get one, but it's late, and I promised my daughter we was going to order Chinese and veg out and watch movies and stuff. So, that being said, I'm about to get out of here. Be awesome, be you, but above all else, love yourself. All right, take care. Now I'm about to get off of this thing, because I'm starting to show my age, like, it's one of those things, like when my mom, you know, grandparent, how you work this VCR? That's back in the day. Now I'll be like, I'll be wanting to text my daughter, like, what am I doing? But she's not really in this, so she can't, like, help me with all the things. Like, she was helping me with Canva when I do my, like, thumbnails and stuff. But there's certain things that she don't do, so it's like I be needing help with some stuff, but I'm so stubborn. I have that hyper independence trauma response, so I'll be like, I'm gonna just figure it out myself. I'm gonna figure this shit out. So hopefully before the season finale of this season, I will figure out this Riverside thing. And yeah. All right, y'all. Take care. Again, like I said, be awesome, be you, but above all else, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how you expect anybody else to love you? All right, take care, guys. Peace. I am sad and so low.